Alright, so yeah, last time we learned about Chihiro's condition and how she quite literally loses her memories. And that's why she reacted that way every time she saw us again. Oh jeez, I'm very worried for her. Is this better? We had moved to the quiet church. Oh, Chihiro. There are only a few people, it's quiet, and it's protected from the wind. This place came to mind first and foremost. It was an old-fashioned building with a trap. Just by being inside, I was thankful for how much warmer it was. Well then, I faced Chihiro with the intention of resuming our interrupted conversation. She nodded and closed her eye once.
この記憶障害は特殊なものなので、具体的に私の生活に合わせて話した方がいいですね。
I mean, go ahead if you feel like you can.
6時には帰らないといけないのですが、ゆっくり時間をかけましょう。
Oh, okay. In other words, you could probably tell me this today. It was on my mind, but I nodded without a word. Perhaps Chihiro had been thinking about how to do this ever since she decided to tell me.
私は起床してからまず2時間ほど自分がしなくてはならないことを書いた手帳を読むんです。
He handed me the notebook she was always gazing at.
最初のページです。
Is that
何か気になったら聞いてください。
what we're reading in the present time? I silently opened the leather binding. From the me of yesterday to the me of today. The rounded girlish writing was the first thing to stand out to me. I peered at her. She nodded without a word. Again, my gaze fell upon the notebook.
昨日の私から今日の私へ。まず最初に、今のあなたは13時間で記憶を失います。
Yep, barely over half a day.
その瞬間の記憶はないでしょうが、4年前にあった交通事故の影響です。事故そのものは何でもないものです。残念ながら左目も失いましたが、そういったことがあったという事実だけを受け止めてください。
Even just the way Chihiro talks about the accident and everything, like, dang.
ここからが本題で、ここにあなたが生きていく上で必要なことを書いておきます。
Like a preamble, everything from here on was itemized. These were her rules to live by.
1、この手帳を毎朝必ず読み返してください。この手帳は日記ですが、これがあなたにとっての記録であり、記憶です。読むべき部分はこの説明と1日の行動予定表、そして今のあなたのいる日付から最低1週間分の日記を読み返してください。状況が変化して各ルールが守れない場合は、問題のないように修正を加えてください。
Even almost like she's talking to a different person.
2、日記を必ず残してください。私の記憶はこの手帳の記録そのものです。その日の行動範囲、会話、食事、医療記録などはできる限り正確に残しておいてください。あなたの明日の私のために。
For the sake of the you of tomorrow.
3、人との接触は極力避けてください。両親や姉、事故以前に出会っている一部の人はわかるでしょうか。今のあなたが新しく出会った人間は13時間で記憶から消えます。
I see.
つまり、この障害を利用されてひどい目に遭う可能性、もしくは 相手に迷惑をかける可能性があるからです。もしも誰かと継続して会う必要が生じた場合は、その人の特徴や会話、その人物を特定できる情報を日記に残しておいてください。
I roughly scanned it over and thought, I see it in many sections. What did you remember me as? I raised my head from the notebook and inquired.
3時くらいに駅に来る年上の、いえ、年下で小柄な学生服の男性だと思ってました。でも、私は曜日の感覚が薄くて、麻生さんが土日には私服になったり、午後3時よりも前に来ることを、あの頃は忘れていました。
I see.
それと、
Yeah, Chihiro. As though she were shy, a troubled expression rose to her face.
気づいてないかもですが、レンジ君は年下なんですけど、
Oh.
お兄さんなんです。
Now that you mention it, how did you say that before?
4年前に私の時間は止まってますから。
Huh? I get it. Though I was a year younger than her, with Chihira's mind and body at a 4-year difference, I must have looked 3 years older. I see. I repeated, impressed. Chihiro behaved calmly, did not come in contact with people, which is why I seemed childish compared to her. It was like putting the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle together one at a time. I read the remaining entries to lessen my remaining questions.
4、食事の栄養の偏りには気をつけること。飽きるということがないので、同じ系統の食事が続かないように気をつけてください。5、定期的、もしくは体調に異常を感じたときは、必ず医者に行くこと。一時的なものであっても、後になって手遅れになる可能性もあるので、気をつけてください。6、
Why is 6 just blank? The remaining entries are just various precautions to take. Oh, okay. There was nothing but the given necessities to life written down, and they're nothing compared to the previous entries. However, she probably wouldn't understand the situation completely if she didn't take note of them. Once more, I reread all of the entries. Give me a minute, okay? I returned the notebook and brought a hand to my mouth.
ゆっくりでいいですよ。
She whispered quietly. I tried to think calmly. I tried to digest it all. I tried to insert a condition of a memory reset every 13 hours into my own life. Oh. Attend the handicap took place at 7 a.m. this morning. I like that he's trying to relate and emphasize with it. I went to school, spoke of Chihiro, and went home around 6 p.m. At this point in time, I would be able to remember the whole day. Symptoms would first appear around 8 p.m. I could be relaxing in my room or taking a bath. My memory of the morning would disappear. Memories such as waking up, what I had for breakfast, and my morning conversation with Mom would vanish. I would go to bed at midnight. At this time, my memories of the second period would disappear. At 7 a.m. the next day, my memory would only go back to 6 p.m. the previous night. The lessons I had yesterday, my conversations with Chihiro would be lost. Once classes ended, I would have forgotten the entire previous day. I see. I didn't completely get it, but I had a faint understanding. It wasn't the same as saying that I forgot what I ate the last 3 days. Nothing would be left at all. Without this record, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't remember Chihiro. No. Even worse, I'd forget why I didn't remember anything.
それが私です。
Her hollow and emotionless voice was sounding like the low sound of the bell in this church. Dang, yeah,
そろそろ帰りましょう。
that definitely be a really rough situation to deal with. Poor Chihiro, man. She spoke, her voice unchanged.
また明日。ゆっくりと。
Gradually. See you tomorrow, Chihiro. She repeated it like a charm. Oh, this is killing me. See you tomorrow. Gradually. A new day arrived. Seated at my desk, I was copying formulas off the blackboard. However, I couldn't focus. I wasn't even sure that what I was writing was I wasn't even sure that what I was writing matched what had been written on the board. I constantly felt the need to confirm it. This was the same restlessness I'd feel if I were worried about whether or not I locked up the house after leaving. Restlessness. I guess it was closer to irritation. I sighed and rolled my pen around. Resigning to the truth. I couldn't stop thinking about Chihiro. To collect my thoughts, I wrote memory defect in a blank space in my notebook. What was it? I was given a rough explanation about it, but there were still many things I couldn't understand. What if there was a possibility that it was all just a joke? No, I definitely don't think it was a joke at all. I was just wishful thinking, of course. In reality, I acknowledged it as a truth. However, it's difficult to grasp that a memory didn't disappear all at once, but continuously. Wait. Something was a little off. The mind set to work like a car engine turning over. Miura's memory lasted only 13 hours. About 18 hours separated our meetings, so she should have completely forgotten about me by 7 a.m. the next day. But despite not knowing what I looked like, she was still able to recognize me. Maybe her notebook had some additional notes about me. That made me think of yet another question. She lost her memory every 13 hours. Wouldn't she forget that she had a memory defect altogether? If I really thought about it, everything for her should have stopped in place 4 years ago. How did she remember? Even if you included the notebook, that was really was confusing. I just didn't get it. Good point. I was thinking that she remembered him because she just really liked him that much, but the point about the notebook is a really good point actually. Huh. Maybe you knows more about it. Probably won't tell us though, because of how he said we should probably back out. So, but he might know. It jumped out to me as a greater mystery than this page of equations.
単純に考えればそうですが、やっぱり理解しづらいですよね。ちょっと待ってください。
Aw, look at us. Look at us hanging out, having fun together. Oh, Chihiro, I'm still not ready. That's a simple oh, sorry. After class, I quickly went to the station to ask her. She made a graph on a blank page of her notebook.
つまりこういうことです。
I see.
まず、私はレンジ君と18時まで過ごして家に帰ります。
I thought we were reading like a novel. I didn't realize we were looking at the notebook still. See.
そうなると、翌日の7時がレンジ君と遊んでいた記憶が消える時間ということになりますが。
She drew another graph for the next day, marked off 7 a.m. and connected it to the mark at 6 p.m. I nodded. This closely resembled what I had pictured yesterday.
でも、私はレンジ君と遊んだという記憶やレンジ君自身のことを寝る時間の21時くらいまでは覚えていられるんです。わかりますか？
Oh, I see. She smiled and made a new mark the following day at 10 a.m., connecting it with the mark at 9 p.m. Yeah, I get it now. People still have the ability to reflect upon their own memories. If Chihiro lost that, she wouldn't remember anything outside of a 13-hour time span.
こうやって目立った出来事であれば、2日ほどならあったという事実だけは覚えていられるんです。
That's why you can remember that you have a memory defect.
はい。この障害が睡眠時間よりも短い30分とか2時間だと本当に大変なのでしょうが、幸いにも私は13時間という長さがあるので。
That's good.
ただし、翌日の7時にはレンジ君と接した具体的な中身が消えるのは確かです。ただ、そういうことがあったという事実を 覚えているだけです。
The fact that it happened?
そうですね。例えば3日前の夕食に何を食べたのか覚えていますか？
Yes. Give me a second. I lifted my face from the notebook and crossed my arms and fought out a sudden question. 3 nights ago, what did I eat again? A bowl of beef roll.
美味しかったですか？
Yeah. At least my mother was skilled at cooking.
そこまでは覚えていますか？それでは10日前の食事はどうでしょう？
Well, I can't speak for Renji, but I do. I actually remember stuff from years ago, so. But yeah. 10 days? The moment I heard that figure, I abandoned all hope of remembering. Chihiro giggled.
覚えてないですよね。それでも10日前にも何かを食べて空腹を満たしたはずなんです。事実だけを知っていて記憶がないというのはそういうことです。今日生きているということは意識してなくても記憶になくても死んでいないという事実が過去にあるんです。
Wow. Yeah, that's very deep and profound, Chihiro. You should put that in your novel. I was surprised she used a reference to life and death to complete a point, but after this, I understood. Even if I forgot why, I still breathed, ate, and slept. Whenever I did poorly on some homework, I would get over it fairly quickly. However, I still remember that I didn't do well. That was forgetfulness. Still, this is difficult. The questions were answered, but this whole thing was complicated. Even if a clear limit of 13 hours, with delicate components like memory and thought mixed in, it felt like it went beyond the category of comprehension. There really was no other option other than take it in slowly.
そうですね。難しいです。
Oh, I'm sorry.
いえ、謝るのはむしろ私の方ですから。
No, you shouldn't. You don't have to apologize for anything, Chihiro. Chihiro shook her head. She acted so innocent, but seeing it like this was just too cruel. Great facts right there, Renji. Great facts right there.
今日はウサギの話をしましょう。
Did Alice in Wonderland? Rabbit?
ウサギです。お嫌いですか？
No, rabbits look cute. No, I think they're cute.
そうですか。よかった。
Aw, Chihiro. She brought her hand to her chest and smiled.
昨日の夜、レンジ君に私の症状をどうやって説明しようかと昔の日記を読んでいた時に見つけた話です。ちょっと長いのですが。
That's fine. She peeked at my face as I nodded in response, showing that I was listening.
昔、私とお姉ちゃんでウサギを飼っていたそうなんです。
Oh, it's like a story about your actual past. I thought you meant like a book or something.
学校の飼育委員会がウサギの赤ちゃんの引き取り手を探していて、記憶を維持できなくなった私が珍しくこねたただに両親も認めてくれたのだと思います。可愛かったそうです。
That's right. May not have remembered it for herself, but she was talking about her own past.
そしてウサギがうちに来ました。薄い灰色の毛並みで手のひらに乗るくらい小さくて丸くてふわふわっとした毛玉みたいな。
Aw.
じっと見つめているとつぶらな瞳で向こうも私の顔を覗き込んでちょこちょこ飛び跳ねて、でもツルツルのフローリングの廊下に置いたら滑って歩けなくて、すごく可愛かったのか、その頃の私はウサギのことばかり書いていました。
Sounds just like you. But she's so focused on a story that she didn't hear me? It's nothing. What's next? I urged her to continue.
はい、ウサギには名前をつけました。
What'd you name it, Chihiro?
ビット。ラビットの裏を抜いただけ。
Nice!
まんまです。
Nice. She giggled. Naturally, I smiled as well.
本当に可愛かったようです。そして夏が来ました。ビットは大きくなったけど、まだ小さくて、相変わらず廊下で滑っていて、それがまだおかしくて、子供の頃の無邪気な私がそこにいました。ある日、ビットが食べ物を吐いたそうです。
I see. Chihiro inclined her head and smiled while I was left speechless.
でも、私は何もできなかった。慌てていて、動物病院とかそんなこと思いつきもしないようで、ずっと看病を、いえ、ただ見ていただけです。何もできなくて、ただ見ていただけ。
Why does this feel like foreshadowing? Oh, jeez.
毎日日記に苦しそうだとか、体を震わせているとか、そんなどうでもいいことばかり書き記していて、バカな子供。それは残酷な観察日記です。それはもう死にゆくものを観察しているだけの死の記録です。
Oh, Chihiro. I mean, sometimes it's all you can do, though.
そして
He was finally at a loss for words. Seemed to be in pain, but still tried to tell a story. I didn't need to hear it to know the conclusion, but I couldn't stop her. Wanted me to listen.
ある日、ビットが死んだそうです。
I thought she would start crying, but that wasn't the case.
朝起きると全身を伸ばして冷たく、カチカチに固まっていて、伸びてしまった手足を畳んでやることもできず、
Dang.
泣いたそうです。
Oh.
私もお姉ちゃんも泣き続けて、タオルにくるんで庭に埋めて、木の棒に名前を書いてお墓にしました。ごめんなさいと謝りました。そして日が経って、私はビットのことを忘れていました。姉が悲しんでるさなか、それが何でかもわからず、庭の片隅の棒切れを見ても、ああ、そういうことがあったのだとしか思えず、ビットと名付けたウサギとの生活は楽しかったはずです。楽しかったはずなんです。そんなことも覚えてない。
It's not your fault. I somehow managed to say that. But you just looked at me absent-mindedly.
違うんです。
No, I don't think
麻生さん。
I don't think I am. I am? She reverted to her old way of referring to me again, but that didn't matter anymore. You hear her smiling again.
悲しくなんてないんです。
Oh,
わからないんです。
okay.
全然わからないんです。
Oh.
ウサギが死んでしまったことが悲しいのではなく、日記を読み返しても悲しくなくて、わからないんです。
I see. Ah, that's right. Hiro wasn't telling me some legend. She was explaining her memory defect to me. The story was a part of that. That rabbit was one of her lost memories.
私はそんな人間なんです。
Why do you say it like that, though?
ただ体が大きくなっただけで、その頃と何も変わっていないんです。
Oh.
これがウサギの話でした。
You hear her is murmuring like she just finished reading a picture book. Her voice is so gentle.
ごめんなさい。でも、わかりやすいと思ったんです。
Yeah. I didn't get much more of a reaction than a reflexive nod. I cut myself off for breath. For a short while, the station was veiled in silence. It felt cold.
そんな風に最初の頃は大変だったみたいですけど、今は落ち着いた生活をしていますよ。
Hero spoke with her usual delicate ambience again.
学校も行ってないですし、友達と呼べる人もいなくなって、本当に何もしてません。
Well,
毎日が夏休みみたいな感じです。
what about me, though?
誰にも会わず、何もせず、この駅でぼんやりしていれば覚えておくことなんてない。全部手放してしまえばとても楽なんです。
Oh, don't say that. I'm your friend, remember? Oh,
レンジ君は別ですが。
okay, yay. I didn't say anything. I didn't know whether I should or not. But the more I learned, the less I thought that this was something to be happy about. Yet how could she be smiling like that? It was a life devoid of highs and lows that I couldn't even begin to compare to my own. Is this what it was like to have nothing? Furthermore, she desired that and obtained. No, it's nothing. I covered my mouth and groaned. This was terrible. I began to feel an unpleasant sweat. I was thinking of something I shouldn't. Is there any meaning in living a life in that state? I didn't hate her or anything. It really just popped into my head.
生きてる価値がないですよね。
You read my mind? How you tell what I was thinking? I sluggishly lifted my head. More so than her reading my thoughts, her voice struck my heart. Even then, she was smiling.
いいんです。私もよく考えていることなので。
Oh, I see. Often? For her, did that mean within her 13 hours?
私には何もないので。だから、できるだけ人に迷惑をかけないように生きることが目標なんです。
Oh, Chihiro, you're such a precious sweetheart.
でも、それも難しいです。生きてるだけで誰かに迷惑をかけます。
Oh, it's not true at all, Chihiro.
そして白状にも、
Oh,
そんな迷惑をかけたことすらも忘れてしまうんですよね。
oh, my heart. Chihiro smiled shyly. I felt a chill of how natural her behavior looked. I could tell something was amiss because it looked too natural. I no longer needed to wonder why she was able to smile like that. It was because she wasn't actually smiling. Oh. It was that kind of face.
すみません。最後のはただの愚痴なので忘れてください。
I couldn't forget, even if I wanted to. Hey. Unable to stop myself, I asked another question. Then, what in the world are you doing? What meaning was there in meeting with me? This was the one question I had to ask.
これから私、冗談を言いますね。
Oh, okay. Hiro's expression went blank. Whether being a joke was true or not, I can only say that her declaration was evidence of something significant. Something to be taken seriously. It could be so clumsy sometimes. I waited for the words I couldn't even imagine. I gazed up at the sky, then nodded.
毎日毎日、どうやったら誰にも迷惑をかけずに 消えてなくなれるかを考えています。
Chihiro? Are you sure that's a joke?
でも思いとどまってしまいます。自分が消えることは怖くないんです。怖いなんて感情も消えるだけ。ただ私が本当に怖いのは自分の記憶が消えることではなく、みんなの記憶から忘れられることなんです。
Poor girl. Poor girl, dude.
そうか、
He needs all of the head pats and all of the hugs.
意外と臆病なんですね。
No, it's completely
私って
completely understandable. Whisper that like it didn't even concern her. Oh,
でもやっぱり忘れられるのは怖いよね。
flashback? The girl's voice. We were in an endless world, completely set apart from the one I knew. There were tracks that ran through the plains and trees, but they were long abandoned. There was little left beyond the line of decayed railroad ties. The sky had a lack of presence which fit in well with this world without end.
臆病じゃなくてもやっぱりそれはすごく怖いことだよね。だってそれは完全な無意味だから。意味がないんじゃなくて意味そのものがないんだから。孤独ですらないんだから。
I wanted to look over and agree with her, but I couldn't see her face. I ended up coming to this place again, even though it's been a very long time since I last visited. Chances are I remember this place because of what Chihiro had said.
私のこと覚えてる？
Yeah, who is this? I gave an empty response, my eyes aimed toward nothing. That grievous wound lingered even now.
よかった。
Giving me some... this is giving me some serious 1 to the Radiant season vibes. She sounded pleased, as she instantly helped and weaved between the decayed railroad ties. A dull sound rang out. Cling clang. It sounded like a xylophone, or like a rattle used to soothe a baby.
遊ぼう？
Yeah. By my affirmation, I couldn't move. Something frightened me. Such a calm, empty world. A dream, but whether I remembered her face or not, I couldn't raise my own out of fear. As she stopped hopping, the sounds had disappeared. Came closer, then she peered at me. You're not trying to take me into the light, are you? Despite being a rather small girl, she somehow managed to look down at me.
私ね、レンジ君のこと好きだよ。
Oh, I see. I know. I won't forget you. I was... Night. Who is this? Forever and ever. And because we were just children, it's like that I told a lie. I figured that I could follow those tracks home. Back home to that station. The fuck was that? So we had like a childhood friend who it seems like probably apparently died. That's what I got from that. It might not be the case, but that's what it seemed like. And it seemed like that's why he was like relating to what Chihiro had said, because she said she wanted to, but she couldn't do it, and I think he was thinking similarly to whatever happened to that girl he was just imagining right now. But yeah, it just gets heavier and heavier. I feel so bad for Chihiro. Oh, Chihiro. Please, she needs... Like, I know we already gave her a hug earlier, but can we give her another hug, please? I woke up before my alarm went off. There was no defined boundary between when the dream ended and consciousness began. It was all just a great mess of thoughts. I rose from the futon and recalled yesterday's events while I stared at my hands. I remembered. The entire memory remained etched into my brain. Oh, is this our room? I don't think we've seen our room before, have we? Yeah, we haven't, because like, we have lots of books, which makes sense, so yeah, I like our room. I sighed, trying to remind myself that it was all just a dream. There's no way it actually happened. I didn't experience that dream very often. I knew that much. That girl, it really had been a long time since I last dreamt of her. Dream, huh? I decided to push those thoughts away and tried sticking to reality. Instead of the person who was no longer here, I thought about Chihiro. Someone who can't maintain their memory. That sort of thing shouldn't exist. Such a sentiment never really came to mind. Nobody should ever seriously consider how they should disappear. Isn't that just how it would play out in a novel? Just a few days ago, I would have desired that sort of pipe dream-like incident. Now it just ascended into some bad joke. I left my house earlier than usual. There weren't many students commuting at this time. Sacrificing extra sleep to take in the early morning air would be a good idea, but it was currently the wrong season to do so. Nobody would go to school this early unless they had a club meeting or committee activities to attend to. Nobody except for me. Schoolwork. My studies were carrying along normally. I listened carefully to the teacher's words as they spelled out one by one, etching the formula in English vocabulary into my memory. I took the initiative in classes I was skilled in, and made new discoveries, and stuck to reviewing previous pages and subjects I was bad at. Maybe I was trying to keep myself distracted. Being in school felt fun for once. Much like stamping a seal on a stack of documents, one after another. I didn't want to think about the unnecessary. Lunchtime had come and gone, and the final lesson of the day began. As afternoon came about, a dejected mood overcame me. For some reason, I was hesitant to meet with Chihiro. I didn't know what sort of face I should meet her with, or what I should even say when I see her. I was trudging slowly along this path I normally rush through. Maybe it's because I took my time getting ready to go home, but it was about the usual time I headed to the station. What should I do? If I went to the station like this, could I bear to listen to exclamation again? An unusual story about her memory disappears every 13 hours. It's not like I wasn't interested in her. Chihiro certainly was cute. That is very true, yes. This man-made artificial street had its own sort of beauty. It just added credibility to what I already believed was obvious. It was like everything was a prepared factor in some timeless work of literature. Despite that, as a member of this charmed cast, I was holding something hazy within me. Is the day going to be okay? The past few days, I've been doing nothing but coming and going to the station. Maybe leisurely spending some time at home and sorting out affairs wouldn't be such a bad thing. I could lounge around, grab some snacks, pick a nice book to read. I followed the path home that had been an automatic part of my afternoon up until a few days ago. Oh, we are going home. I thought we were still going. I thought we were still gonna go to the station. I thought we were gonna be like, actually, you know what? Let's go anyway. Guess we are going home. As I entered the house, my mother was talking happily on the phone. It had been a while since I returned before dark, so I was somewhat unaccustomed to this. Hello, Mom. She noticed me as I stood in the entrance to the living room. She was in the middle of a call, so she just waved at me, appealing to my return. Renji's not home. Without any consideration, she called out to me in a tone more youthful than a child's. What? Yes, see. She waved her hand up and down, gesturing like an old lady. If I said that out loud, you'd probably break down and cry. I think to myself that it was never a good thing when she smiled like that. I picked up the phone. Who is it? Ahem. I wonder if it was my father, since I'd been so long. I waited for my mother to put the call on hold, after which I activated the handset I held. Hello? Who is this? Why does it sound like you're sipping on a juice box? Guten Abend? I don't know German, sorry. Probably butchered that horribly. I wasn't sure if they understood, so I tried asking in German. Hey, what's up, cuz? Mizuki, dude. I love that she's in it so much. It's freaking great. Also, your picture's kind of diagonal. Mizuki. Hey.
もしもしもしもしあれ
What was that? What was that sound you're making? It sounded like you were drinking something. Did you just do that on purpose? Damn it. Man, why does everybody find her annoying? She's great. I pulled the handset away from my ear at the sound of this primal unfettered voice of pure joy and peered over at my mother.
みずきちゃん
Well, I could tell that now. Is it okay if I just hang up?
挨拶くらいしてあげなさいよ
My mother knew I couldn't tell that much of Mizuki, but she just shrugged her shoulders like it was no big deal. This is just like that dream I had this morning. I sighed, returning the phone to my ear.
ちょっとなんとか言いなさいよこの子供の頃のあだ名が電子レン
Microwave Rangy? How'd I get that nickname? Ugh.
何それ
I said, ugh. Oh, it's just my mental state. She was her usual boisterous self.
失礼しちゃうなでどうそっちは
Cold, and also very depressing.
寒いんだ
I didn't know it was so funny. There was an unavoidable tension with this bubble factory on the other end of the line. This bubble factory. Oh, I'm using that. From now on, Mizuki's nickname is Bubble Factory. Well, was there anything you wanted to tell me?
かわいいいとこからの久しぶりのラブコールなんだからもっと嬉しそうにしようよ
A love call, huh? Let's see. I'm making a diligent effort to be a little more respectful to your big cousin.
1個しか違わないじゃん
Still a big cousin? Yeah, but it's a long year. It really was the same as always. Put my hand over the receiver and sighed it again. My aunt, Mizuki's mother, was such a reserved person. How in the world did her daughter end up the complete opposite? I looked at my mother, who was now beaming at the success of her plan. Maybe we were brought up by the wrong parents. That's actually funny. I didn't even think about that. That is so funny. I mean, hey, sometimes it just happens, you know. Still part of the genes.
あ電話代かかるし冗談ともかくね
Jokes on your entire existence.
もしかしたら今度そっちに行くからその時はよろしく
I see. Alright, then noted. His face. He's like, oh no, Fub. His freaking face. My man just had his whole world shattered. What? You're coming here?
受験が推薦で通ったらだけどねそしたら冬休みは勉強しなくていいから
His eyes, I can't get over it. What kind of grades do you get over there? He's like, please say F, please say F, please say F.
優秀な先輩方に勉強見てもらってるし元から結構いいよ
Ah, good old Miyako. So she says, I see. I wonder if I could convince her teachers not to give her a recommendation based on her personality. Dang, we're scheming now? We're scheming now, Renji? Dang.
とりあえずそんな感じで
I see. I get it. An impetuous side of her showing through really did indicate that she was concerned about the toll call.
それだけが用事だったんだけどレンジの方で何かある
I am very depressed and I have a friend who I'm extremely concerned about. Me? Well, if you ask, I guess there is. It doesn't really have anything to do with you, though.
何のこと
Like I said, it's private. It must be nice to be so worry-free.
あ失礼しちゃいますね私だって悩みはいっぱいあるもんプンプン
Oh, man. That was funny. But, actually, I'm sure you do, because you were on the cover, too, so... I'm actually kind of scared to see that, too, because this is already depressing as it is. And I'm extremely attached to her. I muttered and wondered when this phone call would finally end.
何愛しの K 先輩に変な虫か
These weird insects. Dang. Like that? You're gonna be like that with Kyosuke still? Come on now. Wait.
何よ
Just a second. The story may be a little long, so I'll call you back from my end. Hang up before she had a chance to make a coherent reply.
どうしたの
She seemed curious as to why I had hung up so suddenly. Just a little something. I confirmed Mizuki's home number on the memo pad next to the main phone, typed it in, and set off for my room. Was it because you mentioned Kay?
もしもし、葉山ですが。
I was connected to Mizuki's house, greeted with a tone reserved for unknown callers. How unpleasant of you.
仕方ないじゃない。レンジじゃなかったらどうするのよ。
Whatever. Anyway, it's about Kay. Yep.
K 先輩がどうしたの？
I know her sister. I thought I'd heard the name before. So it was from you. I set my bag down on my desk and sat on my bed. Was this a sharp feeling I caught when I heard the name of Chihiro's big sister? Whenever we talked, Mizuki never failed to bring up something about Kay. I remembered her name despite never actually meeting her.
何の話？
Well, do you know about this Kay person's little sister?
ああ、うん。ちょっとは。
Is she a twin sister named Chihiro?
あれ？どうしてレンジが知ってるの？
Because I know Chihiro. You really did know her. I've been meeting with this Chihiro for a little while now.
ああ、へえ。ほう。びっくり仰天。
Mizuki, please.
私もそんなにお話ししたことないのに。かわいいっしょ。
Yeah, she is. She is pretty cute. Hey, never mind that. I shook my head to retreat from the gossip and instead thought about what I should ask. Do you know anything about what's happening in her family?
なんでそんなこと聞くの？
Reasons? There was suspicion floating in her voice. I had to grimace at my poor way of asking. It's not like I'm saying, tell me some awful rumors. You could just keep the discussion centered on her.
うーん。
I know about her condition as well.
あれ？そうなんだ。そっか。
Mizuki's tone dropped. I didn't like it when she was so noisy, but I also hated to see her so down in the dumps. I purposely avoided bringing this up for that very reason.
私もあんまり突っ込んで聞いてないけど、記憶がなんか変なんでしょ？
Yeah? Yeah. Oh.
それでちょっと前まで学校にも行かないでうちにいたんだけど、やっぱりいろいろと大変だったらしくてね。なんていうのかな。K 先輩もちょうど時期が悪くて、誰も悪くないのにみんながギクシャクしちゃって。知り合いの人が相談に乗ってくれて、その人がしばらく千尋さんを預かることになったんだって。
An acquaintance? It had to be Mr. Himura. I didn't have any solid proof, but I was sure of it. Maybe I could piece everything together now.
千尋さんのことはあまり詳しくないな。K 先輩のことだったら何時間でも。
Hey, well, I already did her route, though. Thank you, Mizuki. You've been a big help.
何が何なの？
How have I helped again? Look at Mizuki. More than you know. Well, be good and pass your exam for recommendation. Again, I hung up without waiting for a reply. I slouched and supported my head with my hand as I drifted into thought. It was a phone call from a cousin I couldn't bring myself to like, but somehow that casual mediocrity calmed me down. Next time I see her, I'll make sure to treat her to some soft serve. I mumbled at the phone that was ominously looking up at me from my bed. Well then, let's think. Let's organize. Let's sort everything out. Let's start from the foundation. Did I think badly of Chihiro now? Nope, not at all. I don't. An immediate answer. Then why didn't I go meet her today? I wonder what I was so impatient about. To calm these impertinent thoughts gradually. Gradually. Alright. Chihiro whispered gradually, not directed at me, but instead toward herself. These thoughts weren't caused by worry. I had to think harder. My patience was really due to, well, nothing about it had to do with her. I was just irritated with myself for not knowing what I could do for her. I couldn't think of a good way to approach her anymore. I see. This was probably the same awkwardness that Chihiro had to deal with at her own home. It wasn't that they disliked her. Because I loved her so much, it was painful that there was nothing they could do for her. Since everyone around her was in pain, Chihiro couldn't help but feel that way as well. It was a vicious circle. Well, how could I go about breaking the chain that made up that circle? I should cut it at its weakest point. I learned the concept of the weakest link. Now where would that be? Was it even possible for me to fix a memory defect? Certainly, curing it would be the ideal solution. But that was out of the question, of course. Hoping to fix it with willpower would be more likely to torment her. Should she cut off her relations with people as a whole? No. She herself made the declaration that she would sever the possibility of contact with people. Not associating with anyone or anything. In her eyes, that was a quiet world that didn't require a memory. But that also ended up being wrong. The fact is, Chihiro wanted to talk to me. She was older than me, but her mind was still that of a child. She had come to the conclusion that being alone was best. That didn't make her happy. Even if I didn't really understand it, I still saw it. Calm down. I told myself that as if I felt impatience coming upon me. I was tense. As I clenched and unclenched my fist, I took a deep, calming breath. What could I do for her? What could a knight do to protect his princess? Something to make her happy. Dang, we've been thinking for hours, huh? When I came to, light was pouring in from the window. Oh wow, we fell asleep thinking about it. That's how you know he's really been thinking about it a lot, and really deeply too. When you fall asleep thinking, and then you just wake up like hours later. Whew. Wrapped my face with both hands, took a breath in hopes of reinvigorating myself. I kept thinking about what would make her happy, but it was clearly no simple task. Any sentiment would disappear into the void beyond those 13 hours, so I couldn't think of anything suitable. It went without saying that her family had been through the same process before me. Maybe I should brew some coffee and just try to relax. With that passing comment, I took my typical resting place and turned my eyes to the bookshelf. Something caught my eye. A novel. What happened to make that strike me as significant? Yesterday? No, a little before that. Oh, my career consultation with Mr. Himura flashed by me. What was it? I was murmuring to myself, looking over the spines of the books in the shelf. She said she loved books. Got it. I remembered. I'd been given the answer. I knew what she wished for. In that conversation filled with frivolous things, I had suddenly heard it.
麻生さんみたいに小説家になりたいんじゃなくて物語が書きたいです。
Oh, are we gonna write a story together?
何か一つでも今の自分で作り上げたいんです。
I remember her saying that like it was an unattainable dream. That was it. The starting point. Something that could end the vicious circle and finally give Chihiro happiness. I didn't know if I could make it happen. Whether or not I would at least try, however, was an entirely different matter. Gonna make a novel together? Oh, we're back to the present time in the darkness. Just like that, I had rediscovered my direction. But it just happens to be a petty law in the world. People tend to get carried away with pleasant thoughts. And as with most good ideas, many cases consist of ideas that are convenient for me. That's what my future self would experience. Did the book not go well? What the fuck happened? Oh, jeez. I'm even more worried now. I was headed towards the station at the usual time. It had only been a day since I was last there, but the complacency and frigid surroundings already gave me a nostalgic feeling. Today, I was going to execute my plan.
Yo,
Hello, you, how you doing? I'm Mr. Himura. I'm not disregarding your advice, I promise. For some reason, Mr. Himura was the one waiting for me at the station. Oh, this was a surprise. Yeah, he legit, like, actually scared me. Why are you here, Mr. Himura?
メッセンジャーさ。
For what? He had a blunt tone that was more suited for a hitman. A messenger?
千尋からお前にだ。
Oh no.
しかし、
What's the message? He quickly surveyed the station building. I recalled my impression that he had a cool demeanor, different from Mr. Kuze.
寒いなここは。当たり前だが。
We're gonna go inside the church? Huh? Well, I guess so.
そんなに身構えるなよ。
Sorry, you scared me. He gave me a reluctant smile. Although he said that, I couldn't calm down immediately. It appeared that getting used to Mr. Amore was a requirement due to my meetings with Chihiro.
千尋が風邪をひいて、今日はここに来れないからごめんなさいってだけなんだが。
You? Are you sure it's just a cold? I feel like it isn't. You did? She okay?
ああ、別にひどいわけじゃない。
Hmm.
普通の風邪だ。念のため今日は外出禁止にしたけどな。
I see. I see.
お前も気をつけろよ。
Mr. Amore appeared at my face as I gave a disappointed response. I'll be fine.
ま、風邪なんてひくときにはどうやってもひくけどな。ところでお前、驚かないな。
About what?
俺が千尋の伝言を届けに来たことさ。
Yeah. We both caught on quickly. As expected, he was here today as a guardian. He surely expected me to know as much.
ま、いいか。それより話をするにしても、もうちょっと場所を選んだらどうだ。
He shrugged, denoting his distaste for the current local. That's more of a question for Chihiro than for me. But okay.
いくらなんだって寒すぎだ。
But I liked the cold. He stared at me, still hoping for a change of venue.
これは怒ってるわけじゃないんだが、どうして昨日ここに来なかった？
Oh, I see. You know, huh? Huh?
あいつは絶対に言わないだろうが、千尋のやつ。
Oh.
昨日はお前を待って8時までここにいたんだぞ。
Oh. I feel so bad. Till 8. Been really cold then too, huh? Uh-huh. Until 8? Why did you wait so long? Curfew should have been around 6. Really wanted to see us, that's why. Oh, sorry, Chihiro. Should be more squinting at me as I spaced out.
約束してたんだろ。
Uh-huh. What?
また明日って。
I'm sorry. Did I? I had a remarkable amount of information to digest that day. The smallest things were pushed into the background by default. That's probably what I said. Lately, those have been our parting words on every occasion.
千尋と何かを約束したときは気をつけろよ。いや、約束のつもりじゃなかったんだろうが。
I mean, I could definitely get why she would count that as a promise, because like you said, we've been saying that every time, so it would become routine for her. She writes it down in her notebook. It's how she keeps memories. So, yeah, I completely get why. I feel really terrible about it. Because I didn't even think about it before until he brought it up either, so. Dang, man. I let out a sigh as he saw me tense up.
千尋は記憶が維持できない代わりに、そういう約束は必ず守ろうとするんだ。固執してると言ってもいい。わかるか？またってのは、あいつにとってその日の自分と別の日の自分をつなげる大切な約束なんだ。
Yeah, I understand.
嬉しかったんだろうな。
Oh. His eyes lost focus of me, staring at an unknown something in the distance, as if we were about to begin a soliloquy.
あんまりにも遅くて、まさかと思って俺が迎えに来ても、あいつ、お前との約束があるからって、真っ暗な中で工場でさ。
I was a fool. So, while she was here waiting for me, I was enjoying the comfort of my warm room. Oh, feels real bad, man. I should go visit her.
来なくていい。
But
そういうことじゃないんだよ。
you rejected me as I protested.
俺はお前を怒ってるんじゃない。
What?
むしろ褒めてるんだ。
Huh? Huh? How did he come to that conclusion? I was taken aback by his reserved expression.
俺の知ってる記憶を失ってからの千尋は自分という存在に確証がない分周囲の言うことに何でも従ってたからな。ここしばらく自分のことをお前に伝えるって緊張してて妙に堅くなでそういう強い感情が残ってたんだなって。俺にはあんな顔見せないくせに。
This was the first time I've ever seen him smile so childishly.
今回はお前のせいっていうより千尋に常識的な融通が利かなかったのと俺が保護者代行失格ってだけさ。
I had no response. I didn't know if I should be sad or make an attempt to laugh it off, but I still felt a dull ache in my chest.
それだけだ。さて帰るか。
That, he regained his usual expression. I still had a little time left until dusk. Oh, yeah. I feel you, Renji, I feel you, man. Even considering that, I had nowhere else to go but home. Once again, the topic of this puzzling girl was brought to the forefront of my mind.
行ってきます。
Chihiro flashback?
お気に入りの白い帽子と水着の入ったカバンを持って私は家を飛び出した。たくさんのセミの声、夏の音、
Do you like the sound of summer, Chihiro?
白い世界、ぶわっと暑くて少し重たい風が頬をなでる。すぐに汗が出てきたけれど、これから海に行くことを考えたら余計に嬉しくなった。飼育委員会の用事で遅くなってしまった。お姉ちゃんとヒロお兄さんは先に海で泳いでるはずだ。
Good old can hero.
その光景を考えると羨ましくなる。
Oh, Chihiro.
だから細い路地を縫うように走る。教会の前に差し掛かったところで頭の上から涼しげな音がした。風鈴の音、澄んだ音、どこか街の雰囲気とは合ってなくて、それでも綺麗な音を見つけたくて顔を上げてしまう。イルカを模したガラス細工の風鈴がそばにあったうちの2階の窓に吊り下げられていた。路地に切り取られた青い空も見えた。いい天気。
I like the little shark-shaped wind chime. I like how it's shaped like a shark.
もう一度
Super cute.
綺麗な音に混じって
Very neat too, actually.
甲高い自動車のブレーキの音がした。
Oh, was this when the accident happened? Oh, oh no. That was so cute and adorable.
目を閉じて
And then,
体を縮こませようとしたところでふっと逆に目が覚めた。
it started so cute and adorable, only to get depressing. Oh. Hero.
自分の部屋のベッドに寝ていた。
See?
いつの間に戻ってきたのだろう。家の中には誰もいないのか。静かで心臓のドキドキする音がすごく聞こえる。お姉ちゃん。ベッドから降りていつも一緒にいてくれる姉に呼びかけた。返事はなかった。
Oh.
どこに行っちゃったんだろう。歩こうとしてバランスを崩した。 慌てて机に手をついて倒れることだけは防ぐ。あれ、何かがおかしかった。いろいろなものが何かずれている。遠近感がないのだ。そこでようやく感じた顔の違和感に手を当てた。
Her eye. Yeah.
左目にガーゼのようなものが当てられていた。
Oh.
その奥の感触が。お姉ちゃん。部屋を見渡すとお姉ちゃんの荷物がない。そこでさらに変なことに気づいた。台の上に乗っているように視線が高いのだ。驚いて自分の腕や足を見る。長い。変だ。これは私じゃない。なんで？
Oh, Chihiro.
どうして？なんでこんなに寒いの？おかしい。わからない。何これ。なんでお姉ちゃんの荷物がないの？お姉ちゃんどこ？
Oh.
お姉ちゃん！どうしていないの？誰か。
Angie? What? Hello? Was she the girl that we met before?
男の子の名前を叫んで。
What?
私は思わず自分の口を押さえてうめいてしまった。気持ちが悪い。
Huh.
声すらも自分のものではなかった。
千尋？
突然部屋の扉が開いて男の人が入ってきた。どうして知らない人がうちの中にいるのか。その人が手を伸ばしてくる。
Oh, jeez.
逃げようとするけれど体が思うように動かなかった。男の人は私の様子に顔をしかめて伸ばしかけていた腕を止める。そして口元にだけ笑みを浮かべた。
千尋、俺は日村のお兄ちゃんだよ。
日村。そこで本当に目が覚めた。頭を叩かれたように連れそのものが収まった。そうか。今は冬なのだ。私はもう一度自分の腕を見る。指先の一本一本が血が巡ったように今度は思うように動いてくれた。
昨日の夜から熱にうなされて寝てたから。
日村さんが時計に目をやってつぶやいた。午前10時。
12時間か。あと1時間起きなかったら危なかったな。
Oh.
全部やり直さなくちゃいけなかった。
私、確か風邪をひいて。
まだちょっと熱があるのかもしれないね。
取り乱してしまってすみません。かすかに残った昨日のことを思い出した。
Poor Chihiro.
自分の状況と立場を思い出した。
いいんだ。ちょっとだけこういうの慣れてるしね。
慣れてる？
昔の話だ。とにかくもう少し寝てる方がいいよ。すぐにおかゆか何か持ってくるから。
日村さん。手を添えられてベッドへと向かいながら、私は小首をかしげた。私はどうして風邪をひいたんですか？
Oh.
それと、さっき私が叫んだレンジ君って誰ですか？
Yeah, I'm definitely very curious about why that was the thing that you called out to. Like, have we met her before? She has to be the girl that we were dreaming about then, right? Whew. Okay, woo Nelly. Dude, I was crying. Goodness gracious. Alright, so yeah, it's getting more depressing and very sad, but so Chihiro might have met us before then, like before the accident, I'm guessing. Then, dang, why did Renji forget too, though? We got some really big mysteries going on too, but yeah, oh jeez. Oh, that was rough. Again, freaking poor Chihiro, dude. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Yu is a really good guy. He's a really good guy. And yeah, I still feel really bad. I know you said like that there was a good thing that we did that, but regardless of that, I still feel bad because like I kind of forgot too, and then yeah, it made sense when you explained it though. And I'm like, yeah, actually, yeah, that adds up. So yep. Like Renji, I also felt really bad about that.